What's up, everybody? Dark1985. There's levels to this. Alright, so I'm gonna make this video real quick because I feel like I have seen more than enough information on the Xbox Series S. Okay, so just to be upfront and blunt, I don't see why anybody would actually want to get this system. Now, I have nothing against Microsoft. I'm not a Microsoft hater. I'm not a Sony fanboy, none of that stuff. I'm just calling it how I see it and basically how I understand it. So if you guys see something different, by all means, please correct me as to why the Xbox Series S makes sense. To me, if you're going to get an Xbox, go ahead and get an Xbox Series X. If it's $200 more or $300 more, I think it's going to be worth it, and here's why, okay? Number one, the Xbox Series S is underpowered, okay? It has less power, it has less teraflops than an Xbox One X. Now, I know what people are going to say, hey, Doc, it doesn't matter because the Xbox One X is based on an older architecture, and the new architecture with the RDNA 2 or whatever it is, it means that those teraflops actually can do more power. Look, okay, that's fine. That sounds dandy. But you're not going to try to spit game at me or try to pimp me out like that. Because if it didn't matter how many teraflops the Xbox Series S has, then why does the Xbox Series X have 12? 4 to 12? That's a pretty big difference. So don't come to me with that, all right? Another reason why I don't see the Xbox Series S being something that you want to get is because it's an all-digital system. The only problem I have with all-digital system as far as consoles go is the fact that it locks you into only being able to buy games from Microsoft Store or even from the Sony Store. So I don't even recommend the PS5 digital because of that. For us that play on PC, yes, we don't buy games on disc. Most of us buy games digitally. But you know what? We have a plethora of options as to where we get these games. So there's a difference there because these companies online are still competing for our money. If you get a Xbox Series S, you're buying games from the Microsoft Store. That's it. The only way an all-digital console makes sense is once they allow things like Steam and Origin and the Epic Game Store and all these other places where you can buy keys, for you to be able to buy keys and go that route. But for the most part, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it yet. And then the last thing that I'm going to say about the Xbox Series S as to why you should not get it is the fact that because it's underpowered, I don't see how long this system's going to last. I don't see the longevity of it, the future of it, like the future proofing of it. Developers get better at using hardware as the hardware is out. It happens every single generation. So developers are going to get better at using the power of the Xbox Series X. When they look at this Xbox Series S, why would they even try to make a game that's compatible with this thing? I don't know. Again, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but to me, I'm making sense. I don't see a reason to get an Xbox Series S. I don't care if it's $200 cheaper, like I said, or even $300 cheaper than the Series X. I think in the long run, you're gonna end up paying more. Because think about it: if you get an Xbox Series S and it's good for 2-3 years, but then you gotta buy. Then you got to upgrade after that, then it makes no point. You should have had the X from the get-go. But that's just my opinion. The only thing I am going to say that could possibly save the Xbox Series S is if Microsoft's xCloud is extremely powerful and works correctly. And this is what I mean. My phone does not have a graphics card, or at least not a graphics card strong enough to play Xbox One games, right? However, because I have xCloud, I can stream that game to my phone. It's playing somewhere else, and it's doing a good job. So if the xCloud works in that manner, after it's out for everyone, that everyone can use it, then yes, okay, then possibly the Xbox Series S might be something tangible for a small market. But for the most part, I wouldn't even risk it. Go ahead and get yourself an Xbox Series X if you are going to get an Xbox. If you already got a powerful PC, Microsoft's already telling you don't worry about it. Just get yourself Game Pass and Ultimate Game Pass. I know I'm getting it because to me it's a deal. But besides that, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't see a point to the S. And I see all these YouTubers and all these articles praising it and price and everything. To me, the system as a whole looks like a gimmick, and you guys know how I hate gimmicks. But let me know what you guys think. Dark 1985. You guys know there's levels to this. We out.